what we really want so much of the time is validation and understanding. Now, I do quite a lot of analysis on comments on the bottom of YouTube videos. I follow the more informed channels on ADHD, and I analyse the comments, and I read the same thing over and over and over again. Most people don't want a new way of writing lists, although some apps and things can be helpful. What we want is somebody to get it. And so the comments will say things like, "Oh, it's such a relief to hear this video because I don't feel so alone. It's such a relief to get a diagnosis because I don't feel guilty anymore." If that's what the diagnosis does for you, that's great. So then that got me thinking, well, could we give that to ourselves? Or could we find a way to meet that need in ourselves? So much of that craving for validation and understanding is still active, because instead of having my attention on me, again, not the ego shopping list me, but the me that really lies at the center of me, my essence, I've got my attention on the audience and who I'm trying to please, or who's threatening me, or whatever it is. As we learn to give more attention to this essence, this central part of us, this sort of thread, if you like, we start to be able to validate our own experience without having to justify it, without having to do anything with it, because it starts to expand and grow within us. And that's not against anybody. That's not an ego situation. It's developing an integrity of being able to feel what you actually feel. So there's an amazing neuroscientist called Lisa Feldman Barrett, and she writes very little about ADHD, but one thing she has said is that she thinks it's a disruption in interoception. And interoception is a bit like the scientific perspective on what I've just been talking about. It's sort of gut feel. It's our mind-body connection, how we experience the information that's coming from our body. So it'll be things like hunger is a part of interoception. Part of it is conscious, part of it is subconscious. But it's really what gives us so much information. If it's disrupted, it's easy to see how people would start acting not from their own best interests. So I've put a link to that below the video, just so that you can get more information if it interests you. But it really is the scientific way of seeing what I'm talking about, is that we learn through these processes to really act from ourselves, from our essence, rather than from either what other people want from us, or from the exploding feelings when we've just had enough of trying to repress ourselves. So it's the centered part of us, a grounded or centered part of us. You'll discover it as you go through this work. So great, thank you for your attention, and please do like and subscribe, and I'll see you elsewhere on the channel. Thank you.